Hey, my name is Bryce Tubbs, and today we're just gonna be talking about, what to watch out for when you're starting your own accounting firm. And if I had known this, probably when I got started about 7 years ago, it would have saved me a tremendous amount of time, frustration, and energy. Now, the reason why is because like when you first get started in your business, oftentimes you're like, super excited and you've maybe been thinking for a number of months, maybe even years in some cases, that you're gonna have your launch. It's gonna be just like perfect, and you're gonna grow really quickly. But in a lot of cases, it doesn't really happen like that. And I'm just kind of smiling because thinking back, I remember I was so arrogant when I first got started. I was like, I'm gonna make $1 billion overnight. Making money is easy. And it was just, I was so arrogant about it. I was just, everybody told me, hey, it's not that easy to go make money. And I was like, you just don't know what you're talking about. I can do this. I'm better than everybody else. And we'll talk when I'm a millionaire. And just kind of looking back, and nowadays when I know what, both for my accounting firm, how it's at the six-figure level, then my mentorship program, that's at a really great level as well. And I see that, yes, it is easier to go and make money than what I ever expected, but that's after I put in a lot of work and I knew exactly like what to do versus what not to do. And before we go any further, if you want some help growing your business, maybe you don't feel like you're totally in control of the growth of your life, and therefore when you try and do your business, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you might get like one or two clients, but it doesn't really feel like you're at the level to which you can kind of have this business support your life and support your family for the next 5, 10, 15 years. And if that's something you want to be able to be in full control of your life. You want to have peace. You want to be able to move, and you want to know that if you do XYZ activity, it's going to give you ABC result. If that's what you're looking for, I recommend you go ahead and click on the link inside the description below to book a call with me. And on that call, we're just going to take a look at like, where are you right now? Where do you want to go? And if I think I can help you out, I'm just going to outline what the program looks like, what the deliverables are, and how we're actually going to go and accomplish the goal together. So if that's what you want, I'd love to see you on the call. If you're not quite ready, that's okay too. Let's continue with this video. So number one thing that you have to be looking to avoid is branding activities that waste a lot of time. So if I could kind of go back in time and just kind of take myself by the collar and just shake myself, I'd be like, hey, don't do this. It'll be taking 3 months to go and make my own website. Because, I was like, I want to do everything myself. I want to save money, and I want to be able to, just feel like I'm doing everything myself. And, that was a mistake. Now, the other extreme is some people don't do anything with their own website. They go and pay like $5,000, $10,000 for a website, but, it just, the money's kind of wasted. So you need to have that happy balance, right? Where it's not that you're doing everything yourself, especially like a branding website that doesn't give you any clients, but you're not paying 20, 30, X amount of thousands of dollars for a website. You need to be focused on activities that you can do that actively go and get you clients. For example, going on LinkedIn and building your network. Another example is being inside of Facebook groups and actually interacting with the end target user who's going to be, utilizing your service. Another one is actually going and just really networking. And I'm not saying going to networking events, but I do mean actually going and talking to other business owners, seeing if people can give you referrals, seeing if the person you're speaking to wants to actually utilize your service. But it's going to be about talking to as many people as possible about your business and about this endeavor that you are taking part of. Okay, if you just skip the website, you skip the branding, you skip making your brochures, you skip all that stuff in the beginning, and you go in straight, just go directly to get clients, it's going to save you so much time. It's going to be a lot easier for you to go and get to, the six-figure level. Now, that's one thing. Next thing that I'd be going back in time for would be focus really on relationships. Okay, so what I mean by that is, when I was starting, the only people I wanted to speak to was someone who was going to pay me money. If you weren't going to pay me any money, it's like, don't talk to me. I don't want to do any networking call. I don't want to just connect. I don't want to see how we can help each other out. It's just give me money or STFU, get out of my face. And oftentimes, as accountants and bookkeepers, we tend to be more of like I want to go to work, do the work, put my head down, and then leave, right? And we don't really want to go and talk to a million different people. Now, if that's kind of you, that's kind of how I was, right? I didn't really have a big network. I didn't have people who, I'd gone to college with, and like, we're in a fraternity. It wasn't like that. I was kind of like not like a lone wolf, but I didn't really have a huge network of people that I could just kind of call to grow my business very quickly. And looking back, if I had known that that's really what you need to do when you're starting out, is have a network, develop your network, try and build friendships with people who are already in the industry, who can give you work, who can refer people to you. That would be the thing that I would just start doing initially, right? Because it's funny, once you start learning how to tap into other people's audiences, and once you start learning how to really connect with influential people, it gets really easy for you to grow your business, because you don't really have to do as much manual labor. And when I say manual labor, I don't mean like digging a shovel. I mean like manual labor with going and doing as much work to connect with as many people. Right? Because if you're already talking to someone who's well connected, then they can say, hey, Billy Bob Joe actually needs your service. Hey, have you talked to Shannon? Hey, have you talked to Sharif? And they just start sending people your way, and you can grow tremendously faster, right? A good example is my student, Melissa Hearn. And when she was starting out, she had been in business for like 7 years, but she was only at about $3,500 per month. And, for a lot of people are like, what? Only $3,500 per month after 7 years? Yes, it's because she, one, didn't really know how to do her pricing correctly. And she, number two, didn't really know how to get in front of the right size clients, right? So it'd always be like she could get people who were interested in working with her, right? She had like 30 clients. And there'd be people who are like just getting started, or they'd be like solopreneurs, or they'd be like, either like she had like a maid service person, independent contractor. She had some custodians. She had some barbers, some estheticians, right? But they're all really, really small. They would always come to her in droves because their friends would be like, hey, Melissa's only charging me about $125 per month. Or Melissa does she does a quarterly cleanup for me for $125, right? So she just get this influx of people who wanted her help, but they just weren't really willing to pay her the amount of money that she needed in order to be able to leave her job. So the first thing we did was we had to go and connect with an influential person in our area who was already connected to the higher valued business owners, right? So once she started doing that, she immediately got 11 consultation calls that were sent to her in the span of 14 days. Now, the reason why this is so important is because those calls were for people who had established businesses. So it wasn't like, you get on the phone and the person plays the violin, the sad tear jerking kind of song that gets you to like lower your prices. These people are like, hey, I have a lot of money. Yeah, I understand that. We have a lot of transactions, a lot of volume going through this account. I don't want to have to figure this thing out myself. We had someone in the past, we were paying them about $3,000 a month, and that person, ended up going someplace else. So we're looking for someone to replace them. And yeah, we'd love to see if that's you and just have some further discussions. Okay, those are the kind of calls that you want, right? Where the people know they have the need, they know that the value of your service, they understand they have to pay money in order to, get a good, service. Good service delivery and fulfillment actually being done for them, and they don't mind paying for that because they understand that, hey, you got to spend money in order to really get the business to continue to grow. And once she was able to do that, that's when she got to $9,500 per month. That's when she got to $10,000 per month, and it didn't take a very long time. She went from $3,500 per month to about I think she's sitting anywhere between about $10,400 to about $11.2 thousand per month, right? And that's as a solopreneur. Like, she doesn't have a staff, she doesn't have anyone underneath her. She's just able to kind of grow, right? Because even though she had those 30 clients, they weren't really taking a lot of her time. So now she has about 38 clients, but out of those 38 clients, they're all priced correctly, right? So she, in some cases, overprices. So it doesn't quite take her as much time as what it would for the average person. So she's able to charge a flat rate. They pay her the same amount of money every single month, and allows her to be able to try and kind of beat her previous month in terms of efficiency. So every single month she wants to work less and less and less, so she just gets better and better and better at the automations in QuickBooks. And if you ever want to learn more about QuickBooks, or maybe you're just getting started, you don't really know how to utilize QuickBooks properly, part of my program is we do let you sit down with someone on my team who actually does QuickBooks and specializes in that. So therefore you never really feel like you're alone. You always feel like you know exactly what you're doing in order to service your clients. So you can go in there with that confidence that a lot of people are lacking, no matter how much experience they have. Now, if this conversation has kind of taught you anything, it's You need to spend money on the pieces that are important. Now, I'm not saying go and spend $1 billion on branding. I'm not saying that. You need to spend money on the people and the activities that move the boat forward, right? Cutting down that time it's going to take for you to go and learn this stuff, because I don't want this to take you 7 years. If you're doing it on your own, it'll probably take you 3-4 years before you actually start hitting your stride. It's just how business is. Most businesses actually fail within the first 5 years. That's because the people who, struggle, they just struggle, and they struggle in silence. They never get help. They never really try and pay. Versus the people who succeed in business, I think they're saying only about 10% of business owners actually work with a coach or actually work with some sort of mentor kind of program, right? But what did we just say earlier? 90% of businesses fail. That means 10% of businesses succeed. But only 10% of businesses actually hire a coach. Maybe there's a correlation. I don't know. I don't know about statistics, but I don't know if it's caused by that, but there is a little bit of a correlation. So if you want some help going and growing your business, you want to go and avoid a lot of the mistakes I made, you want to go tap into, the amount of money I've spent trying to acquire these skills. Like, one thing most people don't know is I spend about $35,000 to $40,000 every single year on courses, seminars, trainings, masterminds, just so I can keep scaling up my knowledge and keep increasing, right? Because I never want the information I have in my head to go stale. So I'm spending probably 30x what most people are spending. So if you go and align yourself with my program, I'm giving you the insider information that I'm getting from $1 million businesses that are coaching me on how to grow my business even further. So if that's something that you value, right? You want to save time in order to go and make more money in the future. You want to be able to support your family and finally feel like you're in that control and that you know exactly what you need to do to grow the business and actually go and reach the goal. I recommend that you go ahead and click on the link inside the description below to book a call with me. And on that call, we're just going to take a look at where are you right now, where do you want to go. If I think it can help you, I'm just going to extend an offer into the program, tell you exactly what that entails. We can get you onboarded if you feel like it, and then we can kind of move forward from there. So if that's you, I'd love to see you on the call. If you're not quite ready yet, no harm, no foul. We have a lot of content on this channel that's there for free to make sure you can go grow your business. And then, when the time is right for you and when you've, had enough and seen exactly what you need in order to trust us to move forward, I'd love to see you on the call. Until then, hopefully have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your evening. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. This has been Bryce Tubbs, and I am out.